One is about the Kpop fans but literally just don't pay attention to a group. If you don't like them, why do so many fans care about what a different group does? If you don't like them, don't keep track of every single thing they do. Like damn antis are keeping track of the groups they hate more than the ones they stan. And that's it.
Honestly, you're right, but I think they keep track of them to use as ammunition in fan wars. It's completely silly that people watch your faves so that they can use stuff against them.
Baby Monsta should not debut as 7 because the 2 youngest members are just too young. Send Chiquita and Rora back to school, their talent will still be there when it's time for the next group to debut.
That goes for any minor in Kpop. Please don't make 14-18-year-olds drop out of school. They need at least basic education to navigate the world, but alas, there's an expiration date for idols, especially female idols. That will not leave this scene anytime soon.
Streaming culture is so toxic. No one has the time to stream their silly little music videos and albums because people have lives outside the internet. I get wanting to support your faves, but this is too much.
I have a confession, I literally only watch the music video once when it drops, sorry. But seriously, people shouldn't expect others to drop important tasks to watch a music video and make sure they make them chart.
Tokis are far too defensive of Minutes Heejin. Whenever she is criticized, Newjeans are often brought up in the conversation about her, yes. But that is because they are another example of a group of teenagers who are going to be her victims. We are not dragging Newjeans, we are calling out a known pedophile in order to protect Newjeans. Tokis really need to think before rushing to her defense.
You're absolutely right. I once saw an account saying they should report this user because they criticized MHJ. They need to realize that criticizing MHJ doesn't mean hating Newjeans. I really hope MHJ gets replaced soon.
JK7 Soti.
It's going to be super shy by Newjeans, I fear.
It's perfectly normal to solo stan a group. You can't like all the members and that's completely fine.
No, because people should be focusing on ATEEZ, solo stan who anti the other members, and not solo stans who just can't get into liking the whole group because of their tastes.
Anti-Fragile is LE SSERAFIM's worst title track.
It's actually unforgiven.
Pop stans using international charts to put down domestically popular groups and calling them nugu is so annoying, like their K-pop groups. OFC, they'll be more popular in Korea.
You're so right. A domestic fanbase is super important to stay relevant in Korea. Just look at Lim.
Pop fans suck the fun out of idols doing dance challenges.
No, because why are you guys booing and making fun of them? It's for fun, and to promote the song, let them be a little silly.
Pop is oversaturated and very boring, and I genuinely only pay attention to 3 groups.
Damn, we are at completely opposite ends of the spectrum. I think yeah, it kinda is, but I still look forward to releases not from my stan list.
If you're a Loona anti, you're automatically a red flag and a bad person.
Oh, you're so right.
I think unstanning a group because of your fandom experience is valid. There's just so many fan wars and dramas that could happen, ultimately making you feel distant from the group you stan, if that makes any sense, lol.
That happened to me. If the fandom makes you miserable and makes you distant from that group, it's very valid. You should curate your TL to a point where it doesn't make you feel like you hate going online.
NMIX should have stuck with NMIX Pop.
If they stick to NMIX Pop, they would probably not be that popular in Korea, but I agree, since it was supposed to be their concept since debut and made them stand out a little bit.
I don't see a problem with debuting minors. Everything that people list out as reasons are things they're gonna go through whether they're 21 or 12.
Having minors exposed to the scrutiny of the public is not great for their brain development. We should really put an age cap on who can debut in the industry. You shouldn't strip away their right to have a normal childhood instead of messing up their growth period. Minors should stay in school and learn about the world around them, not having people judge them and spew hate onto them.
A lot of mid-late 4th and 5th gen stans get on my nerves.
Oh, I agree with you, fighting over the most silliest things.
NCT's music is good when it's not over-the-top noise music.
You guys are so not fun. I love a good pots and pans song,
but there should be more songs from different pop artists collaborating each other. The Western collabs are so stale and repetitive.
But with the way some fans act, it might be difficult to get one of these in the current fan landscape. I would love it, however.
Stans losing their rationality and making everything their idols say is the only thing to matter, to the extent they bash their own IRL friends with that is pathetic and embarrassing. At the end of the day, idols are doing their job, be it fan service or whatever, so maybe much of the stans should get a job as well, not take stanning a job itself. Maybe that would reduce lots of fan wars.
Stan culture has evolved into something I do not want to touch even with a 10-foot pole. If K-pop is taking over your life, you should really step back and do a Twitter detox. You should have some form of self-awareness and let the grip of this hobby go.
I'm so disappointed with these full albums in Kpop when it's just only 8 songs. That's just an extended mini album. We need to bring back full albums with more than 10 tracks, please.
No, because I blame TikTok for the rise of shorter songs and shorter albums. Sometimes I get so disappointed with full albums these days because it's just a mini album with 2 extra songs. How is that a full album when it doesn't reach past at least the 15-minute mark? It's not a full album at all. Only some groups these days even make an actual good full album, and it's disappointing to see things get shorter and shorter because no one has the attention span for it.
I-dle's songs are catchy AF, but the messages are not as impactful as their fans claim it to be. For example, Tomboy and Queen Kid vs Nude.
You're right, this is one of the reasons why I can't get into them. I understand what they are doing, but it's just kinda surface level feminism.
In my opinion, I think this year has been a really good year for BGS, especially with debuts like Boy Next Door, Zerobasian, Zykas etc.
I think you're half right here. I feel like there are some good BG debuts this year, but I don't think they are taking over this tear. I can only count 3 boy groups who are charting well.